All right. We're rolling.
Hi, this is Becky.
And this is Dan. We've actually never introduced ourselves.
Yeah, that's so
We're on
rude.
episode 4. And people might wonder, but who are these people? It just says in the description, Becky and Dan.
And why do they have any chops? We really don't have chops to do this podcast, actually, other than that.
We have chops.
Well, I mean, in the music, I don't have a PhD in music theory.
You think people want to hear from a PhD for something like this?
Some people do.
Some people do.
I think there's a lot of people that do, actually.
We're recording earlier in the day. See like how much glare there is on the pictures in the back.
And this picture is crooked.
Is it?
I think so.
Okay.
I think it's tilted.
Viewers, you can leave comments. Leave YouTube comments about this picture right here. Is it crooked?
It is. But also,
could I push up that corner right there?
Like we're at the Leaning Tower of Pisa.
Yeah, one of those photos. Yeah. So,
who are you?
I'm Dan.
Do you want to say last names, or we would rather be anonymous?
No, let's say last name.
Okay.
I'm a teacher. That's my profession.
I know.
I'm a middle school teacher.
Yes. The coolest middle school teacher you can imagine having, you guys, because he's a history teacher.
Yeah, middle school history is where it's at.
Yeah.
It is 100% where it's at.
Which is amazing.
You get to do fun stuff. And you
have a master's in education.
Oh, you like to bring that up.
It's
really not that impressive.
It is.
But I'm a teacher and I'm a podcaster. I have an education podcast,
which is really interesting.
And I run our school's podcast. Mm-hmm. And Becky, you are.
I'm a fashion director for a clothing brand.
Yeah.
So I mean, we're not in. Except for the fact that we really like music.
Yeah.
And we really I like lyrics. I like anything to do with music, actually. I feel like I would love to sing in a sort of glee club or something. Mm-hmm. I love the show Glee, even that's kind of problematic if you rewatch. But we both pay attention to music. We find that, don't you think? In our conversations, we both had
all the time
such really strong opinions about so many things of having to do with music, and it seemed like this where we thought our take on things would be interesting to the world at large.
Yeah, some of you.
Is that pompous?
No, I don't think so.
Arrogant?
No.
Cocky?
We're not we're not writing some book that's claiming to be
aficionados. We're having a podcast just like everyone else in the world, so we're just one of them.
Exactly, like everyone else.
Okay.
Anyway, I think that covers some introductions. Where's Daisy?
Daisy's our pug.
Daisy, yeah, you've seen Daisy before. It's almost Daisy's dinner time, so you might not see her today because she's just prowling the floor waiting for dinner to be served.
She's a rescue pug, if you must know.
She's a rescue pug. Yeah.
From the Pug Queen. Shout out.
Shout out, Pug Queen.
An angel.
Yeah.
Heaven. But anyway.
Yeah, she lives up in the valley outside of LA. Mm-mm. And
after the fire, she had to move to San Diego County. But she got a ranch. So now she has, and it's I forget what the whole circumstances are, but it's hers now. She was renting before, and now it's this pug sanctuary. So it actually
pug sanctuary. I love that. Yeah. Well, her house was a pug, maybe not a sanctuary. It was a pug circus, maybe.
Yeah,
it was a lot of pugs running around.
A little crazy.
We got Daisy from there.
When we got Daisy.
Yeah.
But anyway.
Well, here we are with episode 4. Today, for the first time this morning, we tried. Is it lion's mane?
You can't ask that. You have to act like lion's mane.
No, but I called it. I called it wolf's lair earlier. I couldn't remember the name of it. Is it called lion's mane?
It's lion's mane. It's like a mushroom that's supposed to help with your increased intelligence and stuff like that. So I feel very clear today.
Yeah, I mean, I like mental. I don't, but if I start acting like Bradley Cooper in what's it called?
Oh, Jesus.
See, I can't remember the name of the movie. Unstoppable? No.
Something like that.
I don't know. The movie where he takes the drug and he's like
ADHD drug.
It's crazy.
Like Adderall on speed.
Yeah.
No, but what is that
Because
movie
because
called?
to be clear, we're not saying we took mushrooms. We took this mushroom extract that
Yeah,
it's probably just
it's a vitamin.
some newfangled.
I think it's really
Okay,
good
all
though.
right, all right, we'll see.
And
I
also
was reading a
earlier
study that said it
today,
was.
yeah,
Yeah,
you were very had mental acuity.
earlier it's worn off. It's like
Maybe.
flowers from Algernon. I'm just kidding. I'm gonna get dumber as the show goes on.
Mm,
But you know who clearly was not taking
mm.
this this supplement
Should I make a joke? Or
is
I mean, a
is
guess?
yeah, who was not taking lion's mane?
The lyricist for the band Train.
The lyricist, yeah, true for any of their songs, but especially for today's song. It's like
We decided we should do something a
yeah,
little more modern. I know they're not like modern per se.
well, this song's from like 2010,
Yeah, I mean
which
modern.
at least gets us in the
But
same
any
century.
if in order, like, we're kind of doing classics in a
Yeah,
way. So in order
yeah,
to be a classic, you have to have some time under your belt.
sure.
So
Yeah, let's see. We did "Leaving on a Jet Plane." We did the Starship song. We did "Hello," and this song. I mean, as we're gonna say, this song was a mega hit. So it's up for
I mean,
discussion.
I still think,
It's catchy.
yeah, it's pretty catchy. You hear
It,
it's awful. It's like when we were listening to it for this episode, I was kind of embarrassed that people next to us.
we were driving,
We were in Venice.
and the windows were down, and I turned it up, and Becky was just like,
I'm a little embarrassed.
"What
We
are you
need to
doing right
like
now? People are gonna think we like this song."
I know it's a little embarrassed, but I'm sure a lot of people like this song. I'm sorry, train lovers.
Absolutely, train lovers, we're here for you. But people would be,
Training.
you would have been equally embarrassed if we were blasting. We built the city.
Oh, 100%, but not
You think? Oh, is it less embarrassing?
Leaving on a jet plane. I wouldn't have felt bad.
No. But who? But are you
Hello.
Are you blasting "Hello" though?
No, I mean
It's not really like drive.
if
time
you
radio.
just broke up with someone, you're blasting
Okay.
hello, and someone just left you on a jet plane on Lincoln. We were on Lincoln.
What if a blind woman left you on a jet plane? You could do "Hello" and
While you were in the city,
and they were moving to Denver,
built on rock and roll,
which is Denver. No, it's not Denver.
Let's move on. Let's not try and be funny because that doesn't go over well.
Sometimes it does. Okay, let's get started.
Yeah.
Today we are talking about "Hey Soul Sister" by Train. What were you gonna say?
I was just gonna say, before you said it, think of the worst Train song.
Oh yeah.
Wouldn't
I don't think this is the worst Train song though.
You don't? I
No. I mean, it's.
do.
I mean, I only know their hits.
Wait
but
till we break it down.
Okay.
Well, of course. Okay, so let's just go.
let's get started. "Hey Soul Sister" by Train. All right, we're back. Just had to get some water. Got a little something in my throat. Champagne refill. Oh, Mums in the shot.
If you guys want to sponsor our show, we wouldn't mind.
Mums, we drink a lot of you. A lot. One thing I will say though, Mums, if you're watching, we have to use a pair of pliers to take the cork out.
No.
Every single bottle of Mums.
There's an issue. Do they put it on with a pneumatic tire machine?
Yeah, it's very strange, but we've gotten used to it, and we love you, Mums.
It's
so
like a tire bolt. You know.
#Mums sponsor us. Okay, here we go. Today we are talking about "Hey Soul Sister." Let's do a quick look at "Hey Soul Sister." It's a song by the American rock band, rock in quotes there, Train. Written by the lead singer, Pat Monahan. We'll talk about him along with a couple of Norwegians that he got into work with. It was the lead single from their 5th studio album, Save Me San Francisco, which is where they're from.
Okay.
The song reached number 3 on the Billboard Hot 100.
Is this our first non-number one?
Yeah, I think so.
Wow.
It is Train's highest charting song to date. It was the top-selling song on the iTunes store in 2010, which is kind of an interesting metric.
Yeah.
When people, because it's like pre-Spotify, when people were like kind of going crazy on iTunes.
But let me ask you this: should we, from now on, only do songs that reach number 1, or does that limits us?
Yeah,
okay.
And this song for the year did very well.
Okay.
It won some Grammys. The single received an 11 times platinum certification from the recording industry. So that's 11 million copies sold.
It's also the band's most commercially successful single to date, reaching #1 in 16 countries.
Yeah.
Like who?
Let's see here what it has to say. Nothing really particular about it. So yeah. What are your when I first said to you, I think I've got our next song. It's Hey Soul Sister. What came to your mind immediately?
The first thought was I was wondering if like he was singing about
Yeah.
a black woman, and then I thought that doesn't seem like, I don't know, it just didn't seem
appropriate.
Yeah. Like,
so you kind of were thinking it's like Brown Sugar by the Stones.
Yeah, which I love that song, but I don't know if you should do it today. Like, I don't know, it just seems belittling or something, you know?
Objectifying.
Yeah, objectifying and just making you one little thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah,
when
sure.
you're
It's
just this
reductionist.
complicated, amazing thing, human.
Yeah.
And you're just this
Brown
Sugar or Soul Sister.
Yeah.
And so I was just kind of like,
you were a little like, but I as I said, I'm pretty sure. I mean, listeners, if you know more, if that's what it is about, please let us know in the comments. But from what I read, and I'll share, it had nothing to do with that at all. But okay. Do you remember like do you remember your thoughts when the song came out?
like when it came out,
It was kind of played everywhere, as I remember.
Yes, you know, when you went out to dinner, I would be playing or whatever at a club or something like that. But the thing,
A club,
not like to dance to, but if you went out like if you went out, okay, let's say between a band playing.
Oh yeah.
You know how they play music?
Yeah.
I feel like they would play this song. There's this. So I grew up in Orange County, and there's this place called Newport Station, but which would throw clubs. Like they would have all kinds of different clubs. And when I saw the Shrinky Dinks play there, who then became Sugar Ray, basically. Like,
but that was way before this song.
No, I know, but was it?
Oh yeah, this song didn't come out until 2009. This is like you're up in Santa Monica and everything by then. This is a recent song. But I hear what you're saying though. It's a good like easy filler song. It's a good mall song.
No, but yes,
I mean,
100% shopping song.
What's the if we went the Mount Rushmore of mall songs, this one's a contender.
Yeah.
This one's a contender.
I think Jupiter is more. Are we talking trainees only, or
no? I'm talking about the
song.
The pantheon of this could play at Old Navy.
For sure.
This one's up there.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe is it a restaurant
pop? Because last time we were talking Hello.
That's what I mean. Yeah.
Hello was what genre? A Quiet Storm.
Quiet
So
Storm.
restaurant. What's the?
It's like. Is there something called like dining club?
Dining club. Yeah, I like it. I like
some kind of music style.
Diners club.
Yeah. That you listen to while you're eating, but not
Applebee's
in that era. Yeah, like a chainy kind of. Like honestly, I have to tell you, you know what? I bet it.
This still would land in an Applebee's, yeah.
Or what's that? Yvette used to work at Red Lobster.
Oh,
which was such.
Didn't they go bankrupt?
Maybe, but back then, Red Lobster was like a date restaurant.
Yeah.
I mean, now it's Denny's. It's Denny's with lobster. But it was kind of like, ooh, Red Lobster. He's taking me to Red Lobster. Like that would be kind of fancy.
Yeah. No, I mean, I know.
I was still in Orange County then though. So all my references for this song, for some reason, it like resonates with Orange County, which maybe
well,
that might be on the nose. Because I was here, but it has I grew up in Orange County. I was born there. So maybe that's why I keep putting myself there with train. Because, and I lived in Huntington. Did anything come out in the 90s for them? They're a later band.
They're later.
Yeah.
So the song comes out.
Okay.
The lead singer, Pat Monahan, he wanted to do a track with a Norwegian production duo who went by the name Espionage, but their names were Espen Lind and Amund Björklund. And they had already done a song together, and he wanted to do another one. And Monahan said, quote, I said, I want to write an in excess-y song, as in like in excess. Okay.
Well,
Which
I was saying
trainee, transgender. So they started playing kind of an in excess-y song. And I wrote the song Hey Soul Sister to it and the melodies and started singing to it. And I said, man, this just doesn't sound great to me. Yeah, because NXS was fucking awesome and this song's not. So maybe that's the problem. But then he says, one of the guys who's like a huge star in Norway picked up a ukulele. And he said, hey, about this? And I was like, are you kidding me? Kidding in quotes. So he probably said, or parentheses, he probably said shitting me. And it made the difference. It made the words dance. It made sense.
Gross.
These words were meant to dance with ukulele and not guitar. Because the ukulele is sort of, this is what the song, that's sort of the sonic resonance.
Ukulele.
Ukulele?
Yeah.
I've never heard anyone say ukulele.
Everyone from Hawaii, where the instrument was invented, does.
Sorry, Hawaiians.
But also, Pat Monahan sounds like a douche.
Okay, so this song, this is, I think we're going to get to. Maybe the genre is douche rock.
Yeah.
Because this song...
That's what they play in restaurants.
Yeah.
Douche rock.
Yeah, Applebee's, the first thing you do when you start your shift at Applebee's is you go on Spotify and you find douche rock radio.
Douche rock. Yeah. Douche rock radio.
Douche rock is the official station of Chili's and TGI Fridays. I don't know, is that still around?
I don't know.
The corpse of
Hooters
Red Lobster. Hooters is gone.
Hooters. I don't know if anyone else heard the Geraldo episode with the guy and with Tourette's who screamed the word Hooters. Do you know who Geraldo is, anyone?
Geraldo Rivera, yeah. Okay, talk show host. Wait. I don't know this episode.
Okay, so anyone can Google it, obviously. But there's this one episode of that show, Geraldo, in which he had people with Tourette's on the show. And he was talking, I can't. It was so long ago. I can't remember if he had a waitress on or whatever. I think there was a waitress from Hooters who was like a hot little person with, a busty person, and sitting there, and Geraldo's talking about all this stuff. Meanwhile, this guy in the background is like,
this is journalism right here.
No, you hear he's all Hooters. It's like he was really trying to suppress it, but you hear this undercurrent of the word coming out. Anyway, anytime I hear the word Hooters,
80s and 90s daytime talk shows are wild as shit.
No,
like
ridiculous.
Geraldo and Springer and Donahue, like the people they would have, because you got to fill every day.
Yeah.
So the people they would have.
But so, okay, Donahue started and he had some class.
He was serious. He was serious.
Interesting.
But
he had really, he brought things to the fore that actually needed addressing. And then we go, I think, so then our juxtaposition or
the contrast.
Yeah, was Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
Which was... Oh my God, that's like, people hitting people with folding chairs and all this shit. And the thing is, like, then there's people who tried to fill in that middle ground, and Geraldo was one of those people. Like, I'm a serious journalist. Like, I'm waiting outside of Capone's vault, and he emptied and it was like a piece of paper or something in there. Yeah. But anyway, these are all very old references.
No, it's good. It's classic. You should look these up on YouTube.
These Geraldo vault.
Yeah, look, these references.
Geraldo Tourette's.
Yeah, these references only suck if there's no way to find them, but we can find all of these at any time.
But also, one more thing, the last thing I'm going to say is like, I was listening to a history podcast, which I very much love history podcasts, and they were talking about like, if you like, when we like, who is a Roman source is like, there's certain like what do they call that? They call that like original
Like
sources.
the primary source.
Primary source. Okay, so a primary source
Pliny
is
the Elder. Or
Pliny. Remember that woman corrected us, said Pliny?
whatever.
Anyway, whatever.
Ukulele.
So I corrected you. But I was thinking about the fact that like we right now are kind of oracles because we're speaking in the time and our words can live on forever. When we're talking about that time, the stuff about Red Lobster, like my daughter who's 21, she doesn't know shit about Red Lobster, so she could be learning this for the first time right now.
Her life, she doesn't know Red Lobster.
I mean, I don't think she has any frame of reference about Red Lobster.
Of course she doesn't.
But there's so many things beyond that, like Jerry Springer.
Yeah.
Like everything we're talking about right now, like having lived through that, having to have a television.
The Oracle
in your house,
will tell you about Springer.
But also the fact that you had to watch. I mean, I know. Okay, listen, whatever. But you had to watch TV at a certain time.
Yeah.
Like everything now is like, whatever. But I'm just saying, like, because of that, you ended up watching, because I really think if we have a television model in which you choose to watch something, that doesn't really make you feel good. So maybe a lot of people don't choose it. Maybe they do. I could be wrong. But anyway.
Okay.
Moving on.
No, I like all that. I agree with all that. I mean, I think if Hooters was still around, Hey Soul Sister would be a huge hit there. The patrons. Oh, babe, Dave.
Sorry, babe. I overserved.
So let's go to Hey Soul Sister, which this is what when I look at the lyrics, to me, it's like, I like douche rock. I think is a good way of putting it. It reads to me like a series of like really douchey couplets. Like it's not even a song. Like lyrically, there's no meaning or purpose. It's just like a bunch of like bullshit that he wrote down that they put to a pretty catchy tune, but the lyrics are
well. Okay, you know what I was thinking as we were listening to it in Venice today, driving down Lincoln Boulevard. You turned it up a little too loud, but I was thinking we decided we wouldn't talk about it at that time.
Yeah, right.
I was letting things like run through my head, and I was thinking, as I'm hearing these lyrics, I know we're gonna like dive into the particular lyrics, but in general, my thought was like, he should be embarrassed by these lyrics. Like,
well, he's rich, is what he is. He's
whatever.
Not embarrassed at all.
No, but I have the same thought. Of course, no one is, okay, and that's why they're artists or whatever. Like, I do think they're artists because, like, if you're an artist, you say this is art and you put it out and you fucking stand by it, and I can respect that. Okay, so and it resonated with a lot of people.
Yeah,
I feel the same way every time I hear "My Lady Humps" or whatever that Fergie song.
Oh, My Humps.
I hate
My
that
hump.
song.
My Humps is on our list. It's on our list.
Well, thank God it's on our list because it's the most embarrassing song. Anytime I hear it, I think I could never sing that song in public. It's the most embarrassing.
Yeah.
Like the fact that it was written and then presented to someone, and then they were like, "Yeah, man,
green light,
sir." No.
Yeah, no, I agree. The thing with Train is I think they came out in the late 90s. They had this song called, you remember their song Meet Virginia?
Yes.
It's a really cool song.
Yes. It actually, really pretty lyrics. And
I don't know, though. I wonder about if we revisit the lyrics, if they're actually kind of down, but it's got a cool, it's cool.
I know, it's going to be like that song, that California song, which, where he's saying, oh, fuck, I don't know. Let's move on because I'm sorry, everyone. I don't know what it is.
But you took Lion's Mane this morning. How do you not remember?
Shoot.
Like Daisy's standing by her bowl, looking at us scornfully.
Oh, my God.
It's not even dinner time, though. She's being presumptuous.
You know that song about... you gather someone's in the hospital and coming home again to California, coming home again back to California.
Okay.
Do you know this song?
No, I don't know.
Oh, someone in the audience doesn't.
All right, help us out, audience. So this song, right? The ukulele features very prominently. I'll read it like in 2-line segments because, like I said, it feels to me like a very douchey couplet series of couplets. You know, like some like Shakespearean asshole just like walking around. You know, so the song starts off with your lipstick stains on the front lobe of my left side brains. I mean, like right off
Gross.
the bat, we're in pretty deep water.
So does that mean she was kissing him like
Who knows?
here?
Who knows?
Like on his
I knew I wouldn't forget you, and so I went and let you blow my mind.
gross. Does that mean she gave him a
No,
blowjob?
I don't think so. I think he's just being like, your sweet moonbeam.
Don't you hear it? Your sweet moonbeam. Like
Your sweet
this
moonbeam. So this is where, okay, your sweet moonbeam. So he said,
the smell of you
so
every dream.
so lyrically,
Mm-hmm.
okay, the song came about while Monahan, the singer, was imagining what Burning Man must be like, and started penning lyrics inspired by the imagery he saw.
In his head?
I guess he didn't just go to fucking Burning Man. Let's remind the audience what Burning Man even is. Burning Man, a week-long, large-scale desert event focused on community art, self-expression, and self-reliance, held annually. Yeah, naked.
You have to barter.
You have to barter annually in the Western United States.
Bartering though.
Right. So Burning Man's been around since when did it begin?
2004?
No, it was inaugurated in 86.
86?
Yeah, 38 years has been going on. Wow. Yeah, so it's this long running thing in Nevada. It's the event's been, yeah, it's all, yeah, like you said, like gifting, decommodification, radical self-reliance.
What's so funny is Burning Man is so commodified at this point.
Oh, it is. So he says he imagined what Burning Man must be like. I mean, I don't know why he didn't just go, but he said, quote, the story lyrically, I've heard Pat talking about in interviews. So this is actually one of his band members reporting this. He's always heard of Burning Man. Somewhere in Reno, Nevada's desert. They do it every year. But they're from San Francisco. It's like a 3-hour drive. Just fucking go.
But also, this is hearsay.
Yeah, this is hearsay. But no, he says, though, the lead singer has since confirmed this in several interviews.
Oh, okay.
Pat had never been to Burning Man, but he had an image in his head what it must be like. All these beautiful women dancing around the fire. That was the imagery he conjured up while writing the lyrics to Hey Soul Sister. It's a pretty big deal. Thousands and thousands of people do it every year. Yeah, we know. People run around naked, and I guess it's totally crazy. Oh, I mean, could this get even shallower?
Well, so is his soul sister is just a naked person running around a fire bartering with like sage.
He went and let her blow his mind.
What was she bartering?
Her sweet moonbeam. Ew. The smell of you in every single dream I dream. I knew when we collided, you're the one I had decided who's one of my kind. I mean, it's bordering on like middle school boy poems here. I mean, I would know,
as we discussed our bona fides.
So we're off to a pretty rocky start here, right? It's like faux hippie lyrics, like really bad fake hippie lyrics.
But
like
you're one of my kind has I don't know what that makes me think of. It makes me think like he's trying to imprint himself on a way he wishes he was.
Yeah. I'm just like I'm just kind of right now while we're
gross.
Okay.
Number one, okay, he's wearing.
Wait, hold on. I gotta tell the audience what the fuck we're looking at. So I'm playing the video right now.
Sir,
I'm not, I'll post some stills.
Please. Ah, this shirt.
But see the lyrics. Okay, so the video is basically like the band's on a street corner and he's singing, and then they have these weird like almost like stop animation shots of a girl, and certain lyrics from the song are like appearing on the walls and stuff, and it's
on like a whiteboard written with spray paint or something. Yeah. And then the spray painted words move around. But Moynihan, okay, can I just say he looks like
Here we go.
Man who dyes his hair already. How old is he? 30?
Yeah, he's not very old.
8?
And they have this guy in the band, trains this guy in the band who's like, he's bald, like shaved bald, and he's wearing like these like sort of,
they're called wraparound glasses.
Are they just wraparounds? Okay.
They're probably.
And he's wearing like a Henley and strumming a ukulele. He's strumming an ukulele. and then the guy's wearing the V-neck t-shirt.
No, you guys, please.
Well, if you're on YouTube, you can see it. I'm posting it right here.
Oh, okay.
So you can see this t-shirt. So
my genius, lovey boyfriend, he knows how to do all this stuff. So he's posting the thing. But this t-shirt is egregious.
It's why he's wearing a V-neck white t-shirt.
Oh, number one, it's the V-neck depth of like
the depth
of okay. Father
the
Guido
plunging V-neck
as like a mobster. Like it's the worst deep. And also look at his face. It looks like I don't know. I don't know. It's the hair and the color of the hair, and there's something about his face that I see him as just like already like maybe
like look at him. Yeah.
Oh,
look at the floating lyrics.
Okay.
It's bad.
The whatever, all of that. That's like ancillary. It's his earnest face.
You hate earnestness.
Do not give me earnest. I like it is the most bullshit and like
wait till we get our Bryan Adams episode. It's gonna be on.
No, or Richard Marx. If we like
we'll do a combo. Hold on, let's go to the chorus. The chorus goes, "Hey soul sister, ain't that Mr. on the radio?
Gross.
Stereo. The way you move ain't fair, you know. Hey soul sister, I don't want to miss a single thing you do tonight. Mr. What do they sing?
Shoot, I don't even have my phone with me.
Hold on.
They sing something.
Is it Broken Wings?
Time these broken wings. And
is that Mr.?
No.
No, I think I don't.
Well, you would know.
No, I don't know. I wouldn't know. Hold on, Mr. Hold on, bear with us while I get out of here. While I search this up. There we go. Mr. the band. No, that's not it. There we go. American rock band. From Phoenix. Let's see. Oh yeah.
Right. Broken Wings.
Broken Wings. So, I mean, you can tell when a band has a Wikipedia page that you can get through in one flick of the mouse that it's not very important. So, hey soul sister, ain't that Mr. on the radio?
Okay, listen, to be fair.
Uh-huh.
Hey soul sister, ain't that Mr. on the radio, stereo, the way you move ain't fair. There's something about the way it goes.
He nails it. That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So I think like using like couplet is perfect because the whole thing with like a sonnet is nailing the cadence. They don't call it cadence in that poetry. What do you call it? Pentameter or whatever, like the meter.
Yes,
the meter. So we call it like maybe like cadence in a song, but they kind of nail it.
No, I know that song.
It feels a little desperate though to be like to rhyme Mr.
No, but we don't listen. I have to say, before I really listened to the lyrics of this, I'm singing along, kind of not knowing what I'm saying because you're just sucked in. Hey, soul sister, ain't that Mr. on the radio, stereo, the way there, it's sort of is like a really like a genius little block right there. It's kind of like, I mean, I'm all right. A little hats off to that.
Give Pat some credit.
And I also Broken Wings is not, whatever.
Yeah.
Kind of ew.
Yeah, but I think the song though. I mean, if you think about what the song is really known for, it's probably that little interim he puts between each verse and chorus. The hey with the ukulele, right? Okay, all right.
It's true.
Yeah.
You know what? I do think, like douchiness aside, he does have a little genius with like a turn of the like. Listen, I'm always listening to Train because it's on my sometimes 90s pop list in the morning when I'm
Absolutely.
putting my makeup on. And
Yeah.
like, I'm never
Yeah, they come on.
skipping that song.
Yeah.
Because you can sing. I love a song
Well,
actually
that's
that I
it.
can sing along
Drops
to.
of Jupiter,
hmm
this song,
hmm
Meet Virginia. They're
Yeah.
they're very hooky.
Actually, that's the thing.
So, okay, so this came out in 2009, 2010. 2010, I think, was the year that it really charted. What's your guess for Billboard Top 100 for the year in 2010? Where would you guess this song landed?
8.
8, okay. I have to say, we looked at 1980, we looked at 84 and 85 for Starship and Lionel Richie, and we saw an absolute powerhouse lineup.
Yes.
When I looked at the top 100 for this year, it's really bad. I mean, the
Wait.
songs,
Let's go. Wait, so what was this? Where did they land?
this song landed at number 3.
Wow.
But let's take a look at what else landed. First of all, the
Kesha.
number 1 song,
Sir.
which let's remind our audiences in 2025 begins with the lyric, "Wake up in the morning feeling like P Diddy."
Yeah.
That might be a problem.
Yeah.
Lady Antebellum at number 2. California Girls. We talked about Katy Perry this
Yeah.
morning.
Katy Perry's getting a bad rap right now because she just went up in the space
and kissed the
for
earth
2 hours. Sir, like,
but
2 hours. There's just kissing the earth after 2 hours is like what? Like driving to get, gas somewhere and kissing the earth. Like, I don't know. It's so dumb.
But we were talking about this morning. We were riding our bikes, and like, why do people love, as the New York Times put it, love to dunk on her?
On Katy Perry?
Yeah. I mean, she really is unique in this way. Like, there's a lot of pop starlets that people are just like shoulder shrug, and people love to just rip on her. I mean, she did go up with Lauren Sanchez in Jeff Bezos's stupid fucking near space flight. But that aside, like,
well, I love Hot and Cold, and there's like a lot of songs like the 2010 album. I love which is what California. I love.
yeah.
I love California Girls.
You do, okay.
Yeah, I love that song. I think it's
such
an anthem.
But is that the video when like she had like the cupcake boobs that shot out the
but that's probably she's poached maybe, and that's why another problematic thing about her, she poached from Austin Powers,
Yeah. But then you have at number 5 Usher, OMG. Okay, Airplanes, which is a pretty cool song. I mean, number 6 for the year by B.O.B. I mean, I do love the hook on that one.
Love the Way You Lie.
Love the Way You Lie.
I like that song, actually.
Yep.
You don't?
It's a good song.
Okay.
Bad Romance. Love Bad Romance. Dynamite by Teo Cruz. Break Your Heart by Teo Cruz. Nothing on You. B.O.B. again with Bruno Mars. I mean, this is a really bad list, though.
Yeah, it's not anything that's like, God, when we're looking at the past stuff, every song, but if these songs have more time, do they?
No, absolutely not.
Okay.
Sorry, no, I'm saying, like, let's go to the very bottom of this. I'm curious, what's number 100? And I mean, look, these songs you've just never even heard of.
Teach Me How to Dougie is a moment right now on TikTok.
But that was Teach Me How to Dougie at number 98, by the way.
Yeah.
Was that?
I don't know what, but it is happening right now. That's crazy.
That is kind of crazy. But this has got to be one of the worst years for pop music. This has to be. I mean, look at this fucking list.
Called Cracker. What a horrible name.
They're horrible. They made their name singing. What did they sing? They sang some fucking like remake of something. It's bad though. It's really bad. So anyway,
of Drake. Like, is there a Drake song in here?
Yeah, Drake's in here somewhere. He had 5 singles on the list. He always has 5 singles on the list, though. So he's kind of
Carrie Underwood. Wait, what was that Carrie Underwood song there? And what number was it? Miley Cyrus, Nicki Minaj, Maroon 5. Wait, what are all? Hold on. Misery by Maroon 5, Neon Trees,
Animal's a good song.
Drake Over, Kesha, Take It Off, Black Eyed Peas. You Belong With Me, Taylor Swift is 57. And that song to me stands the test of time. A lot of these other songs,
Yeah, but I
haven't
think
even.
that, but I would bet that song was probably a top hit the year before. And
Oh,
it's
so it just
it bled over to
moved
the
down
next
because it's
year.
older. Okay.
Yeah, I'm guessing.
Okay.
Anyway, all this to say, Billboard year-end Hot 100 singles 2010 is horrible. And at number 3, we have Hey Soul Sister. Moving on in
3.
number 3. He later goes on in the song to say, I'm so obsessed. My heart is bound to beat right out my untrimmed chest.
Okay, gross. So that's the thing. When we were listening in the car today, my untrimmed chest.
Meaning,
He doesn't shave his chest hair.
oh, okay.
Yeah.
All right.
So he's got this bushy chest, but I just don't want to hear about it either way.
Oh, you're untrimmed. Oh.
Yeah.
That's not what I oh,
What
okay.
did you think?
Well, I was thinking like a man being like trim. Oh my god, that would be horrible. I was thinking trim like more like fit.
Well, then
like
he's fat,
well,
like
no, that's
man boobs.
that well, yeah, or like he's not like
He's wearing a bro,
he's wearing a bro.
or what was Kramer versus Seinfeld's dad? Kramer wanted the bro, and he wanted the man, and Seinfeld's dad wanted the man. Oh, shoot, God, I'm so sorry.
But
The audience,
but that's funny. I was
Lionsgate's not working.
I was thinking, okay, so I mean, I've heard that line for years and thought he was basically saying like, I'm not like super fit, but like
No, he's saying I have a bushy chest of manly, like macho hair.
that is fucking gross.
Gross. That's why. Okay, so when we were driving to Home Depot today, that's
oh yeah, you
and I said
yeah.
gross, and then I said, oh, we can't talk.
Yeah.
Because we weren't allowed to talk about how we felt as we're listening to this song.
So was he guys? He's just like commenting on his chest hair. Okay, I believe in you, like a virgin. You're Madonna. What does that even mean? And I'm always gonna wanna blow your mind.
Yeah, there's problems with this lyrics.
No,
I mean,
it's
just it's embarrassing.
It's embarrassing.
They're embarrassing.
It's douchey. All right, let's we'll take a break and then we'll finish up the song. And I've got some great reactions from a newspaper in Texas on this song. So we'll be right back. All right, we're back.
Product placement.
Oh, Habit chips. What are you doing there?
These are my favorite chips. I've been addicted since I'm like 20 years old.
Yeah, they're really good. They've got tortilla chips with a little soy sauce. They're delicious.
Lime. But the thing is, I used to eat these in my 20s and a cup of ice. I would chew on ice.
Hmm.
There's this weird phase in my life where I did that. Oh, you could ask Yvette. That's my best friend.
The product placement reminds me of the new Apple Plus show with John Hamm. We've been watching. We watched the first few episodes, and it's okay. But the product placement in that show is fucking hilarious.
It's like, again, egregious.
Do you remember can you remember the first time you saw product placement?
Like, as far as aware of it?
Yeah, when you first were like, oh my God, like that's so obviously like you're selling a product. I mean, probably.
I can't remember the first time that I had that realization, but I remember for some reason the movie Ghostbusters come to mind. That Stay Puft Marshmallow Man, and it was very like, I don't know. It's like, oh God,
Yeah.
Did they start selling a lot of marshmallows?
I mean, the new John Hamm show is pretty bad in terms of how it throws it in your face. I remember like as a kid watching Baywatch.
Mm-hmm.
And so my brother and I are watching Baywatch.
Oh my God, you and your brother. I can just imagine.
Yeah. I mean, we were so young and like we're watching Baywatch and Hasselhoff's character, and Mitch Buchanan, at one point, I can't remember the setup, but like he's drinking an A&W root beer. And okay, it's not, and then someone says something to him like, like, "Oh, Mitch, we need you out in the lifeguard tower." And he looks at the person and he holds up his root beer and he's like, "I'll be right there. First, I'm just going to enjoy my delicious A&W root beer."
No.
Yeah, yeah. And my brother and I, even at ages like I was like 13 and he was 9. I mean, we were so young and we were like, "Oh my god!" It was so clumsy, and
Yeah, that's bad.
it was really bad. But that was maybe those were the early days of product placement.
Yeah,
Hasselhoff, you know, he
you
couldn't.
didn't have to say anything.
You don't have to be like, I'm drinking A&W root beer. Anyway, all right, where were we? This song. So he goes on to say, so there's this verse where it's probably the most ridiculed line in the song. I would think if you're like on TikTok or Instagram, and TikTokers, I don't know if they even know the song, but he says, "The way you can cut a rug, you cut a rug." I mean, that's probably a phrase that Gen Zers probably don't even know.
It means dance.
I don't know, dance.
It's almost like an old man calling the phone a blower. Well, you gotta get off the blower. Like, it's such an old fashioned term. Like, who would use that? You know, I don't know.
Yeah. The way you can cut a rug, watching you is the only drug I need. So gangsta, I'm so thug. You're the only one I'm dreaming of. I mean, could there be less of a gangsta than the guy from
But
Train?
also that it's gangsta.
Yeah. I mean, I'm going to play the video while we're talking, but could there be
Low V-neck t-shirt. And the way he dances, he does this like almost like he's shaking what are those things?
Mambas?
Mamba.
Merengue.
Marat.
I don't know.
Those things like they have like
we know
handle with
yeah.
And then
look at the guy in the background. Both of them. The guy with the ukulele and the guy in the drums. I mean, so douchey. Oh my god.
I mean, our haircuts,
video,
I have to say, we did not. The hair.
2010? Is this about right? Is this about right for haircuts?
Yeah, I mean,
he started doing
it's
this
a
like,
little.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's current,
but what do you?
members,
But even in 2010, what do you make of a white guy saying "so gangsta, I'm so thug"? I mean, do you think he thought he was being funny?
I think he thought he was being cool. I think that everyone's always trying to like.
I mean, we're not trying to be the thought police here. We're not.
No, I know. I don't know anything, but to me, it just seems like that. I think in 2009, okay, so Eminem was up there. So Eminem's like the person who's no one was recognizing that hip hop was the coolness that it was. Do you think?
In 2010?
Do you think?
Oh, hell yeah.
No, go back to that list then. Are there any hip hop artists?
No, yeah, you look, you have B.O.B.
Okay.
B.O.B.'s on here twice.
Okay. I know, but like, what about
Young Money's on here? I mean, again, this is just a billboard. This isn't necessarily, but
this is
Rihanna's.
Pretty white group. I mean,
oh no, Rihanna's on here.
Okay, but overall,
Teo Cruz, he's not hip hop, but
overall,
right. Break even. Oh, hi Daisy.
When are A Tribe Called Quest and The Roots? When are those guys like
90s,
showing up?
90s. That's 90s. So this is like that's what I'm saying. Like I feel like he's like no, they're never going to be on the Billboard 100 though. That's the thing. Like
why?
Because radio stations aren't playing that kind of music.
Okay, so that's unfair. But I'm just like, what about like that wording? Somebody who would use that for real, so somebody can poach it and give himself some like street credibility or something. To say I'm so gangsta. So then
I'm so thug. I almost wonder, is there a little wink there? I mean, what person is like, what a great line that is.
A lot of people who perceive like if you say it, like if you use this word, you know how people adopt words and then
Sure.
think that that makes them sound cool or something?
Yeah.
That
Yeah.
I mean, I think that um
But like, like
you don't think he's serious?
I don't know
You
what
think
he
he's just
is.
kidding?
No, I don't. I no, I have no idea what he's thinking when he wrote
I feel
this.
like he's trying to
But
tweak
like,
those words to be cool.
yeah, he probably is, or he's just like so like desperate for a rhyme or something. I don't know. I don't know what he's thinking. But again, he claimed he was thinking about Burning Man. Like, I don't know what that would have to do with Burning Man. But
It's gangster and thug don't even rhyme to any. Well, rug,
oh
okay,
yeah,
but
yeah, rug and
rug,
dreaming of.
bug, tug,
Yeah.
lugs. There's a million words that rhyme with
Yeah.
rug, so you don't need to say thug.
You could have said like I'm a bug,
You
but
could
I'm a bug
say,
in a rug.
"Well, I'm."
Like it's just dumb. It's just dumb. It's just
Give me a
it's
hug.
idiot. It's idiotic. The I did find this is from the Dallas Observer,
Uh huh.
and this was from 2010. So this is when it came out, and the person writing this said, I know, dear readers, I know. The song has been on the charts for half a year, and it simply will not relent. It needs to be taken down." So this is a person like in the moment reacting to how popular the song was. And then I think it's she goes on to write, for a second, imagine that one jerk with the guitar that hogs the attention at every party you attend. Now imagine the same guy 20 years on, and he hasn't developed 1 ounce of humility. That's what Train is like. Like the classic guitar dude, Train usually appeals to women who are either too naive or too drunk to notice that he really just wants sexual access to them. Oh, okay.
That's an interesting take. Like, I
For,
mean, she's basically saying he's a douche, but that she's saying that everything is like everything is everything he's saying is couched in this like wrapped in sentimentality to get in your
to get laid.
pants.
But then,
Yeah.
but hold on. To back to your original concern. She goes on to say, it gets worse. He just noticed the only black girl at the party, and he's improvising a song to impress her with his limited knowledge of African American nomenclature. And that's basically what Hey Soul Sister sounds like. The band's lyrics here seem cribbed from an R&B artist, and yet the band still kept in its usual litany of tired pickup lines and pop culture references. And I dare you not to shudder at this line coming from Train, so gangster, I'm so thug.
You're so gangsta, I'm so thug. So he's saying,
But is that what it? I don't
yeah.
think.
No, that's what I heard today when we were over
Oh,
this.
because the
You're
lyrics.
so gangster, I'm so thug.
Oh, because the lyrics here I'm seeing listed do not have the your. It just says so
Oh
gangster,
no,
so
I
thug.
think he says it though. That's weird that it doesn't say it here on the listed lyrics.
Hmm.
But yeah, you're so gangster, I'm so thug. It gives it a little bit of a to me like he's sort of saying that's who we are, like how we fit together like peanut butter and jelly. You're so gangsta, I'm so thug. But it's
Here's the thing about
also
this man.
no, it's gross, but that's kind of how I see it.
This Dallas Observer editorial ends with the line, and in one fell swoop, Train has both ruined the ukulele and may have potentially alienated its one black fan.
Oh, so she liked them before this song.
Yeah. Interesting though. I mean, back to the original, the top of the show, this idea that maybe maybe that's what the song's about, which makes it even more depressing.
Well, do you think
I don't
that
know.
it was an I mean, we'll never know
I
because
mean,
he
maybe,
doesn't admit to it,
yeah,
but
maybe
like
he cooked up the Burning Man story because he realized, post facto that this was
that's
not going to go over well.
appropriation
Yeah.
or we didn't have a word for that, right? Like appropriation
Oh
at
no,
that time.
yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah, 2010. Yeah. But
Did you
maybe,
look that up?
yeah.
When did appropriation become a thing? Because I feel like, you know, I don't know, but I remember being like, oh, okay. look, it's almost like I didn't know what the thing was that was wrong with it. And then once this came into my consciousness, I was like, oh, that's what it is. Like you have this sense like that doesn't seem right.
Yeah.
And then like when, oh, it's appropriation. You're completely stealing something to kind of lift yourself up.
Yeah. I can see if I can find that. I did want to read this though. I mean, some negative reviews of the song.
We're so brutal.
I just because there's so many of them. I mean, Business Insider. I'm not sure why they're reviewing songs. Business Insider named "Hey Soul Sister" the worst song of 2010, and described the song as a saccharine, falsettoed ear bleeder. And LA Weekly took aim at Pat Monahan's lyrical content, awarding "Hey Soul Sister" places 2 through 10 in its top 10 worst lyrics of the year.
Oh, what are their other? What's something else?
I mean, 2 through 10. So there's somebody beat them for number 1, but they had other lists. But the Village Voice, okay, admittedly like a snooty publication and overthought, but they said about Hey Soul Sister, they said Hey Soul Sister is an orgy where bad ideas trade STDs and the most syphilistic brain fart stumbled in drunk from a Smash Mouth show. From Smash Mouth, Train picked up an earworm that burrowed into society's asshole, laid 4.7 million iTunes eggs, and gave birth to a gray cloud of banality that covers the earth.
Wow.
Calm
down, Village Voice.
Yeah, so let's just talk for a second about how fucking self-important the Village Voice is right here.
Let's rip on the Village Voice moment because this is, sir.
But see, this is the here we have the extreme. We have the song is popular in Applebee's.
Sure.
And it's not popular in like the fucking Lower East Village.
No, of course not.
Like
Lower East Side is like oh no, they're like smoking cigarettes and like, well, how fun to be at the Village Voice and listening to this song and just like pompously ripping it to shreds.
Yeah, see, that's the problem. Actually, those people are just beyond boring. The Mother Jones said that the song is so white, Sarah Palin named it its running mate for 2012. All right,
that's all
right. It's decent.
It's something from that time.
It's a decent line.
Obviously,
it's a decent line.
It's like not super top.
I will say this though. The Village Voice can say what it wants, but the Train is counting its money right now. So
I remember. Okay, this is something my dad used to always say to me. He would always say, "Oh, well, they were counting their money all the way to
laughing all the way to the bank, laughing all the way to the bank."
Yeah,
yeah.
And so when you're little and your parent says that to you, like, so my dad died when I was 12. Yeah. So I know anything he said that, and he said that all the time. So anytime he said that, it was 12 and before. Mm-hmm. And every time it conjured up like a complete image of somebody, like really, like I took it so literally. Yeah. I didn't understand the idea of metaphor or, nothing that he was, like they don't care or whatever. I understand now what it means, obviously. But then I'm like, whatever. So, but truly Train, they don't give a shit. Like he with his deep ass V-neck Hanes t-shirt.
Yeah.
Like,
you think it's Hanes?
Like she gave him a small, right? And he's like, no, this is way too high. A medium. He's like, still too high. Well, the only way we can go larger, he's like too high but too big.
Right, but also if you look, look at the music. If you look at the video here, look at him right there, untrimmed chest. I mean, I'm not seeing any chest hair in that V-neck. I mean, I wonder.
Also, his jewelry.
The jewelry. Oh my god, the jewelry.
Don't the jewelry.
Pendant. You can see this here,
that
viewers.
My grandma. Hey,
he's got
Pat,
the thing hanging
my
down.
grandma called it once her necklace. I know that's an old.
The drummer. This guy to me is he's the guy with the bald dude.
No,
with
but the drummer
glasses.
is total Justin Bieber. Like he has the forward combed hair. Like there's so much like bad like styling going on here. Pat's pants,
Yeah.
the wash, his jewelry. No.
Yeah, it's
Just
bad.
I would be like, you know what? I know you love that really long necklace. I'll
Yeah,
let you
how
do
much
the shorter ones, but no, you cannot
how
wear
much
this.
so how much a band like this, how much like so if you're the stylist on set, how much say do you think you have?
I think that if you're a stylist worth your salt, you're like you're I can picture how I'm saying this to this person, right? Because I've dealt with a lot of executives in my time, right? And like in the way in which you have to phrase things is like, what if we I can make this necklace a little shorter. Yeah, it's like this we voice that
Yeah.
it's like we're doing this together. So
Mhm.
I'm not like trying to make it seem like you made a bad fashion choice.
Right.
I'm
Yeah.
saying
Oh,
like
no, no.
I think that this might be a little distracting from your
Mhm.
overall vibe. So
Mhm.
if we like shorten this
Yeah.
necklace, we might
Yeah.
have a better
Maybe the necklace down to your navel is not the best
sir,
idea.
this gross. And then what is it? And like,
Yeah.
I can't. I don't even care if it's your grandmother's like locket. Just don't.
Yeah, and the random girl moving in like sort
And
of like
her
stop
total 90s,
animation.
like frosty lip and like bang. Just and then this
Oh
girl with
my god.
I just every
It's really bad.
the styling is just the
A lot of white
styling.
tees. A lot of white tees.
I'm offended by the styling.
And this song, I remember this song, you had mentioned at the beginning, like how Glee, you remember watching Glee, this song. I remember they did this song in Glee. I
They
rewatched
did this song in
oh
Glee.
yeah.
Oh,
I rewatched Glee not that long ago with my kids, and I remember liking the first few seasons, and I was so surprised at how fucking
it's kind of
mean spirited.
brutal.
It's
Yeah,
so
it's
mean
brutal.
spirited,
Jane Lynch's character,
but it's not just her. It's
no, it's the slushy
the
thing.
slushies. I mean, every
Like it's really bad.
when your like go-to joke is just humiliate someone,
Yeah,
that's a sign that you have no
yeah,
humor. You have no writing humor. And that
yeah,
show just goes to that well over and over. And I watched it again. I was like, is it Ryan Murphy?
yeah. It
It's
is.
fucking terrible. I really just thought like
It's like his first
you just
screenwriting.
had you had nothing. So you just kept going to the humiliation
I don't know if
gag.
he wrote that,
Well, whoever wrote it, I'm not saying Ryan Murphy, but like
but
whoever wrote it,
yeah,
you just didn't have it.
harsh.
You didn't have
Like
it.
it's very harsh. It's very cold blooded.
Yeah. All right.
The pug
Anyway,
is here, everyone.
the pug say hi to Daisy.
She ate, and
She
so
ate.
now
So,
she's like heavy and
I
sleepy, just like ready to
just want to
sleep.
sleep. I just want to sleep.
She lived her first 4 years like in a dark kind of in a crate, so she needed to be socialized.
Yeah.
But
She didn't. She never got on stairs before we got her.
yeah,
She
she
did no idea what to do with
freaked
stairs.
out by
Yeah. She
stairs
still a little
and
bit
grass.
in grass.
Didn't even know what grass was.
We're like, yo, touch grass, and she's like, what's
she
grass?
hates grass. But
You can't see her right now.
getting socialized. She's starting to love us, and she used to for the first I would say year. She wouldn't even come to. She wouldn't even come to see what we were doing, and now she comes out.
Now, mind you, we've had her like 3 years, so this isn't like a recent. The pug is not recent to us.
And I'm very like I grab her all the time, and I call it wrenching her around and like make her a part of our social network. Like so, she always has to sit with us when we're watching TV and blah blah blah. And then so now she comes to like it.
Yeah, she does.
And
it's
so
true.
she comes
Becky did a
on
great
her
job of
own to
socializing
sit
her.
with us. Well, yeah, you didn't like how he's like, leave her alone. Let sleeping dogs lie. Nope. I want her to lie.
We're gonna leave it there today,
This sleeping dog
friends.
to lie with.
Yeah, we're gonna let sleeping dogs go back to sleep, and we'd love to hear your comments if you're listening or watching. What do you remember about Hey Soul Sister? And
Sister.
are you?
Is it?
No, it's sister.
Oh, sorry.
But if you are feeling gangsta, please let us know in the comments. And yeah, we'll see you next time. Bye, everyone.